Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is a general advice reading, so giving support for whatever situation you find yourself in. It is a quick advice read, so as always we have our three piles here. Group 1 is on the left through to group 3 on the right. I'll show you the reverse side of the cards in case that helps with your selection. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. I also have kinesiology balances available now, so check that out if you feel called to. And I'll leave you with your selection now, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the rainbow aura cluster, then this one is for you. It actually matches your tarot deck a little bit. I don't use this one often, but I felt quite strongly to use this one today. It's got this beautiful shine holographic edges. It's the Pastel Journey Tarot. Beautiful deck. So group 1, this reading is just going to be a quick little guidance advice reading for whatever situation you find yourself in, and the main sign showing up here is actually Cancer in the tarot, but that doesn't have to be your sun sign. It can also be like it can be a lot to do with what's going on here. Cancer often represents our home, our family, our children, things like that. The heart, well, Leo's the heart, but yeah, I still see Cancer quite connected to the heart and the feelings. So anyway, group 1, this guidance reading, we're going to be looking at you and where you're at right now, what the situation needs from you, what obstacle you're working with, any help that's needed, and then general advice for the whole situation. And then there's also some wonderful oracle cards to complement your reading, and it really does complement your reading. So let's just start with where you're at now. We have the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So right now you might be feeling battle weary, self-protective, maybe even on edge or guarded around certain people or situations. Some of you with this pill here might be feeling like you're struggling with mental health in your situation. Not everyone replies to that message, but I do see it there for some. The bandage around the head as well. It could also just be like overwhelmed stress in the situation. You know, you've been through a lot. When we see the 9 of Wands, it's because there's been a pretty big battle and it may have been going on for quite some time. You could be quite tired of the situation that you're in. But the Queen of Swords here is, I feel like she's keeping her silence because, I mean, Queen of Swords can be very sharp with her tongue and can say hurtful things, but it looks like she's sort of keeping her silence at the moment. So you might be just, in that place right now of just protecting yourself, feeling maybe a little over it or over someone or a situation. But anyway, what is this situation needing from you right now? You've got the Princess of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. It's needing you to go the long haul. What is that? The 7 of Pentacles is all about investment, and it's about you giving your time, your energy, your focus in something that's going to take a while, and it may feel like it doesn't pay off right away. With the Page of Wands, it's asking for that free-spirited, fun, playful energy to come back into the situation. You're needing more freedom, more fun, more sunshine, a lot of self-care. Investing in, what is that? What is investing? Investing isn't always about financial investments. It's also about investments in your health, investments in your children and their upbringing and their health and understanding them. It can absolutely have a lot to do with your business, workspace as well. Maybe it's needing a more creative approach from you. Lots of communication, light-hearted communication, playful communication, to make a big job feel lighter is what's needed. What obstacle are you currently going through with relation to that? We have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups, so maybe there's a lot of emotion tied to this situation. When I see the Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, I actually, even though it's the obstacle, I kind of wanted to take it as advice, and that's to really soften and to connect to your compassion, connect to your heart center. Very intuitive energy, the Cups and the Queen of Cups in particular. It's probably the most intuitive queen of the deck. So really trusting your intuition. and not fears. Being able to decipher the difference between fear and intuition. This obstacle definitely speaks to emotional obstacles, and with the crystal there as well, it can definitely speak about needing an emotional clearing, to take extra special care of yourself, to maybe, I was going to say slow down a bit, but only in areas where you're needing that, because other areas are needing your effort and your drive. That's for sure. You may also be dealing with somebody else who's highly emotional, and like it could be a struggle to deal with them or communicate with them clearly. Communication seems to be really important in this situation, to come from a really clear and grounded place when you're communicating with others and yourself as well. What help is needed right now? We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot. So the help is, I feel, from yourself. It's about feeling more confident in yourself. It's about recognizing all of your attributes and qualities, all of the skills and talents that have got you this far in life. And how you can utilize the experiences you've had, because you've had a lot of, I want to say, worldly experiences. I'm getting like street experience as well for some people, like street smarts. You've been through some stuff, right? You've seen some things, and I feel like the situation's asking for you to use that intellect, that experience, the things that you've seen and the things you've moved through, things you've seen other people go through, to help build more confidence in yourself, because you've actually come through quite a lot. You've come a long way here. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's also a card of gratitude. So being very grateful for how far you've come and what you have here already around you, your resources, the support networks you have. This person both these cards kind of feel like someone who doesn't really need someone else, even though it's in the area of help. I think it's just being supportive and believing in yourself is one of the biggest helps you can give yourself right now. The advice in this situation, you have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. So Nine of Swords, that we know, is like anxiety, sleepless nights, being quite fearful about situations. Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. So there's something you want very much. It's connected to your heart space. There's a lot of emotion in this, but it's also it's not just emotional, it's also practical in some sense. There's like a plan you've got here that you need to sharpen your skills on. So what you're needing is to just focus on your own happiness, focus on your own projects, focus on the things and the people that are closest to you, that really matter to you, and forget all the rest. Forget about any comparisons you might feel, experiences in the past that may overwhelm you or bring some sort of fears up with the Nine of Swords. Get plenty of rest and sleep. Yeah, just focus. You got the Seven and the Eight of Pentacles in this reading, so it is asking for your work and your efforts. And you've got in the Tea Leaf Oracle, hard work ahead with the Table card, but you've also got the Crown with honor and respect will come to you, and you've got the Kite with vacation as well. So I feel like a bit of a balance is needed here. There's something you're working quite hard at, but it wouldn't hurt to maybe book some sort of vacation, even if it's just a little day trip somewhere, something to look forward to, something to let some steam off and relax, because it does look like there's a lot of hard work that's needed here. Getting more sunshine is going to be really helpful for you as well. You've got the healing energy, happiness, comfort and joy, and that's here as well. Like, build your joy and be mindful where you put your thoughts, because with the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, that's somebody who's focused on building their happy, they're building their good times. But there's fears in the way for whatever reason. Is it fears because your key to your happiness is in someone else's pocket? If that's the case, take it back. Or fears that something might go wrong. Be mindful of those fears. Bring light to those fears, and do all that you can to bring some lighthearted joy into the situations where you do have to slug it with a bit of hard work. So try and balance your fun out with your work. You've got the Camel here as well. I'm going to read from the book for you. Resourceful, independent, and knows oneself. That is exactly that Nine of Pentacles Chariot energy in the help area. The camel can handle absolutely anything. As it carries a wealth of nourishment within, this wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. And you've got the Ace of Cups here as well. I'm thinking there's like keep hydrated, be mindful of what you take into your system, things like that, nourishment, like, and the nourishment that's already in you, that knowledge, that experience, draw on that. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So you've got a vacation. When in balance, it's calm, content, and there's a sparkle in its eye. When it's out of balance, it's dehydrated and it lacks vitality. To bring it into balance is to take a pilgrimage. Maybe something going on there for you guys on a trip. We've got the card Courage and also Take a Risk. I feel like these could hold together. The colors really work in together quite beautifully, but it's also that joint message of taking a risk does take courage, and it's going to be required in this situation. Let's read from the book for Courage. And it says to step forward, throw your shoulders back, and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak up for those less fortunate. Be impeccable in all of your actions. This isn't a time to be timid and pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others or your own fears for that matter. Use your passion to make a difference. Courage doesn't mean you aren't afraid. Fearless means fearless. Acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. And then the Take a Risk as well. I'm just going to go maybe into the additional meanings. It's to take a trip. So we've got that here like 3 times. Be optimistic. Love yourself more. Life is short. Make the most of it and believe in yourself. Particularly believe in yourself. Yeah, I kind of want to read more into it. So I'm going to, if you want to skip ahead, go for it. But yeah, let's do it. Do you have the courage to spin the wheel of life and see what comes up? Playing it safe will not serve your current situation. No one is saying you should take a massive risk and gamble everything away, but nor should you refuse to make your move. It could be a time for you to adopt a more positive mental attitude and see your glass as half full. A regular gratitude practice will help. For example, every Friday night, try doing your practice with friends or family for a few weeks. Adventure is calling you somehow, and this card has come up because your higher self wants you to look further into it. I love that. I really think that's really tied in quite beautifully with all of the rest of the reading, and even that what looks like compass direction up here as well. There's definitely some wonderful trips ahead for you. So hopefully this reading helped you and gave you some sort of advice or support in your situation, Group 1. Take care, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Pyrite cluster, then this is going to be for you. This is a quick little guidance advice style reading here, and if you chose the Pyrite, then this stone is wonderful for motivation, positive energy, and also encouraging and supporting you on manifesting your deepest desires. So yeah, this advice reading, we're going to be looking at you and where you're at right now, what this situation needs from you, what obstacle that you're going through right now, what will help with that obstacle, and then the general advice, along with some oracle cards as well, of course, to support your reading. So some of the main energies, what do we have here? I've got Sagittarius, Taurus, Aquarius and Virgo here. So that could be you, someone you're dealing with, but it doesn't matter too much if it's not your sun sign. It can be representing many different things, but sometimes it feels good to hear your sun sign or other placements. Let's jump into the area of where you are right now for Group 2. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. So already, if this energy does not match where you're feeling right now, it may not be your pile. We have with the 5 of Swords a feeling of abandonment. We're feeling not good enough right now, and the weight of the world is on your shoulders. This is a really heavy situation for you, and it feels like there's no real light at the end of the tunnel or no answer to see how to move through this. So it does look like a really difficult situation for you to be in, and there's a lot of limited thinking. That's the wonderful thing about the 8 of Swords, though. It is about limited thinking, self-imposed prisons. It's not something that you can't change. That's the beauty of it. Although with the Five of Pentacles, you may not be feeling like you've got the resource, the energy, or even the care right now. It depends on where you're at. Some of you may feel very lethargic and pessimistic about the situation, and carrying a lot more than you need to. There definitely needs to be a lightening of the load. For some of you may feel like you're a bit low in energy or having health struggles at the moment. Five of Pentacles can talk about that. It can also talk about financial strain as well. So you could also have a lot of stress financially. And it could just be the financial stress rather than the other things I mentioned. Ten of Wands, like lots of bills to pay, lots of responsibilities. Maybe you've got children to feed and the rent's going up or something like this. There's definitely some big stresses here, but the Eight of Swords gives me the indication that this is actually something you can change, and that the worst of it is in your mind. So what the situation needs from you right now, we're needing the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Temperance. So first with Temperance, I want to say this time is for you to surrender to what is. Surrender to the chaos, surrender to this situation, and trust that this is going to bring healing when you do let go of that trying to control the situation or wishing that it would be different, rather pulling your power back into the now. And that's where we see this Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful queen because she's not really looking over the fence at the other person's queendom or garden or whatever and thinking, oh wow, that's nice. She may admire other people's success, but she's so busy in her own garden making it beautiful and nourishing that she doesn't really need to notice comparison. So if you are in a place of comparison, what will really help, what the situation needs from you right now, is to surrender to where you are and do what you can to make it beautiful, whatever that means to you. This can also be about business and career success. Maybe that's where you're needing to focus your energy right now and commit to a path, or commit to building up your business, your belief in yourself. Your work situation may also need a lot of your focus right now. With the Hierophant, there's a few messages. Some of them messages that come with the Hierophant is about conforming to a society or a group, but I feel like it's more about in living the embodiment of the truths you have. You have spiritual awareness, you have this wisdom there. It's at your fingertips. You can reach in and grab it any time. You've got a lot of wisdom. But the Hierophant asks you to bring that into your life and practice it, to really let it be lived, and see the results. Healing, welcoming healing in with both of these cards. Spiritual healing, maybe seeing or working with a coach or a healer might be really wonderful. I'm always going to recommend kinesiology. We do kinesiology style coaching, which is a really, really in-depth version of coaching where we look at the subconscious blocks. We look at everything. We look at the whole life and let the body navigate what pathway to take to make your dreams come true, to create that success. And this reading, there is new buds appearing here for you. There is success on the horizon. There's things that you're going to achieve. This energy you find yourself in, the immediate cards, is not going to stay forever. In fact, it's shifting very soon. There's a lot of cards here that talk about something coming along to shake things up. And although that may be a little frightening or make you feel nervous, it's actually a really big blessing, the changes that are coming in to put you on your path and make you really feel like the Queen of Pentacles that you are, male or female, does not matter. So healing and really devotion to the path, embodying your wisdom and taking good care of yourself. When I think of the Queen of Pentacles, I think of natural remedies. I think of I'm thinking of bone broth, but some people connecting a vegan and whatnot. But things that are really nourishing for the gut, things like that. And I'm also, I feel like it's this pile. I got a strong message of like the types of foods, dampness in foods or something. I'm not sure where I got that from. But anyway, maybe also like connecting with Chinese medicine or something like an alternative practitioner that can support you with your food or the types of food that your body should be eating so that it feels supported and nourished. But yeah, any type of things that are going to nourish you in the physical sense. Also, like making the home feel nicer, like clearing out cupboards or spaces that help like release old energy, but also help you connect to the beautiful space that you have. And sometimes just cleaning the windows makes such a massive difference, especially when it comes to clarity. If you can't see the path ahead, sometimes just cleaning your windows and mirrors seems to like unblock that. And then suddenly, I remember I told my sister that once and she messaged me like an hour later going, oh my God, it actually works. I'm like, yeah, of course it works. There's all sorts of little fun things we can do in our home space that with intention can create really interesting outcomes, you know. So in the obstacle, what you're facing right now, we have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So the obstacle right now is the ending of something. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a work role, or maybe it's actually the loss of someone who was very special that's passed on, and maybe it's about grief and moving through that process and what life looks like without them here. So no matter the message, at the moment it is an ending that has given you a feeling like it's an unsurmountable obstacle. The Four of Pentacles, for some of you that's the end of a relationship, you may be disconnected from this person, or you may have disconnected to protect yourself. No matter what way it is, somebody seems to be blocked in this situation. It could also be that you're very blocked in the heart space, or you're feeling like holding on to control, like not wanting to spend too much, or this control can pop up in many different ways, but be mindful where you're being a little too controlling in life, and not letting energy flow and move. Opening the windows and letting a breeze come through might be just the beginning steps that you need. With the Page of Wands here, I got the feeling of with someone connected, I'm connecting to someone who had like perhaps the end of a relationship, and this person might be a little more flighty or immature or something. Like there's something about them that's like they've got a long journey to go on, you know. And so this might not even be a romantic relationship. It could be like your adult child, or who knows. There does seem to be like an immature energy here that doesn't seem to understand the pain they've left behind them, or doesn't want to acknowledge that. Maybe it's you that is that person. Take it how it resonates. But yeah, the issue does seem to be that there's this sense of lack of freedom here as well. Like that might be the same message or another message. Like this with the Four of Pentacles and the you may feel like that creative spark in you has died, or that fun, free, loving. I heard fun, free, loving girl. So a lot of people are connecting are a woman, but please don't mind those messages. There's men, of course, as well. But the Page of Wands, it's like a block in your creativity, a block in that freedom, that adventurous spirit, and that really is hard to, you know, it's hard to get momentum and movement when you feel hampered down or something like that. So what is the help that is needed in this situation? I'm not surprised to see the Tower here, and I'm actually grateful to see it. So what's needed is shock revelation, the truth to set you free perhaps, or something to fall apart so that you can find new ground, new footing, because whatever this is not stable. And it makes me want to go straight to the Eagle card. You've got the Eagle in the center of your reading, and this, I'm going to read the advice from the little booklet here. This is all-pervading power, the truth seeker, and transforms karma. See what I mean? Like with the Tower and the Eagle, it really, even the coloring again, it's quite the match. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun with your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, the eagle is radiant, bright, and it challenges. When it's out of balance, it can be controlling. And to bring it into balance, we need to be comfortable stepping into the unknown. And that's what's needed here with the help in this situation. You've got the Knight of Wands as well. And I feel like with that, it's allowing these Tower moments to motivate you. Allow them to put that spring back in your step when something's falling apart, to allow it this is happening for me, not to me. I've heard that a few times while reading this, and I'm like wondering when's the moment to say it. That is a wonderful way to see your outcomes differently and to even bring either resolution or solution to your situation. This is happening for me, not to me. When you repeat that in a situation that makes absolutely no sense how this could be happening for you, it brings you that result in the way in which it is happening for you. It becomes very clear to you. It invites that in. The other help that's needed is compassion and softness. Maybe you're needing to connect with somebody who can understand and help you, support you. This could be a healer, it could be a therapist, it could be your mom or a good friend or someone in spirit that you connect to as well with this Page of Cups here. I definitely feel there's someone in spirit for many of you that you do speak with and they support you, always feeling that you're always feeling their presence. What other help is needed here? You're needing help in general. Like, I'm just seeing that now, the frog with the little baby frog on top, and I'm just going to hold up the tea leaf oracle hand, in need of help, assistance, or guidance. So don't go through this on your own. I know you are very competent and you are somebody who is a leader in your life, and probably very likely a leader to many others. If you haven't found yourself in those roles, expect this transformation to take you there. But right now you may be needing support with family dynamics, or just, how to parent yourself, maybe if it's not about your own children. You're definitely needing compassionate ear and somebody to be there for you while you face this tower, but also allow it to motivate you is a big one, I do feel. I mean, underlying energy of this reading is the Eight of Wands, and that goes to the Sun. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles under that, the Ace of Pentacles. Could it get any better? I want to hold up the Hanged Man too now, because it's like this situation, you may feel stuck and bound to the situation, but a change of perspective is really going to give you the answers you need. You're being moved towards something really long-term, stable, beautiful, and happy. There's a lot of blessings on the path ahead for you. So this is happening for you, not to you. In the general advice in the tarot, we've got the Hermit, the Four of Wands, and the Star. So right now it might be time for you to go it alone in a sense. Like, I don't think go it alone in the idea of talking to people, getting support and someone to lean on, and maybe seeing certain practitioners for support and help, whether that's your diet, your mental health, whatever it is, or financial advice, whatever it is. With the Hermit here, this is about turning to yourself. I think you need a balance of both. But in the sense of turning to yourself, it may be more about that internal compass, that one that knows the truth, the one that has the wisdom at its fingertips. Because the Hermit is all about going within, doing some soul searching and finding their truth. With the Four of Wands and the Star, it makes me feel like there's like a bit of a journey you're going on that's going to bring you towards beautiful community, and you're advised to look for them. There's some sort of star that's going to lead you towards a beautiful either new home space, new family, or community. There's definitely something here. You've even got the community card. I'll read that in just a second. But the Four of Wands is also about spiritual relationships, spiritual marriages. So for those of you that have maybe gone through a really rough breakup, it's definitely showing me that this breakup is happening for you to take you to the person you're supposed to be with. And it's going to be a really beautiful union. For those of you that it's not about that, either way, it's maybe the community has been a really harsh experience for you, or maybe your family of origin has been a really uncomfortable experience for you. There's a need for healing and hope to lead you towards, and your own truth, your own light, to lead you towards a community, a family, and the people that you love, that will love you as much as you love them. More time in nature, definitely recommended as well. But surrendering to the process, being here now. I know there's definitely a strong message that you want to manifest something, and the crystal also suggests that you are being supported to manifest your deepest desires. But be here now in the process, because everything you do today to help support yourself will create those results. And the more you do today for yourself, not like, fill your list up and overwhelm yourself. No, but the more conscious choices you make for yourself now will have the greater results in the end. So let's go straight into that community card, because I did feel it's a good one to touch on now. And it says support is all around you, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they are your ancestors, your soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks to finding your community and your people. It is a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They are only a thought away. Totally, right? We see it here a few times in this reading. Really, really nice. So we've read Eagle. You've also got the card Buds with new beginnings and expansion. So that's where you're headed. Embrace the Tower moments. Let's see, I didn't mark the book. This one is great how it's not numbered, so you really have to work for the card. What is it? Buds. And they don't make it easy to find by any means. There's no numbers, no alphabetical order, nothing. Anyway, feedback for the creator. This card, let's have a read. A bud is one of the earliest visual confirmations that the seed you planted is hard at work. Whether a budding leaf or a bloom, it's proof that your endeavor is in motion. So far, so good. Buds are tender, delicate things, however, which still need close attention and care. Extreme weather conditions can damage them, as can neglect. The bud card shows that you can interpret success of the first stage as a positive sign, but don't assume the buds can handle the next stages on their own. Buds represent the first checkpoint in a project. Things are expanding, but not complete. Continue to tend and encourage them, as without buds, there can be no fruit. Have confidence. The success of your first stage promises that you can achieve your goal. And then we also have the card Take the Lead, and I really love that to finish off. Oh no, we've got a couple more, but one of the more bigger cards, I suppose, to finish off, because it is time for you to really step into that leadership role in your own life. And I'm going to go to the additional meanings for it. It says, you've got this, you're wiser than you know, stop putting yourself down, connect with the wise goddess Saraswati, and make a wise choice. It's so nice. I have a big picture of Saraswati in my lounge room. She's the goddess of knowledge. Let's just read a little more. Sometimes you just need to stand up for yourself, and this is one of those times. The sad truth is that in your current situation, if you continue to act like someone who feels less than, then there are certain people who will exploit their power and authority over you. They do this because they have their own insecurities, and they're trying to make themselves feel more powerful. So what to do? You need to take the lead here to show the world that you're in control of yourself and whatever's happening around you. Step up and take authority. Be the boss. What do you need to do to turn this situation around in your favor? Do that. If you feel that there is nothing you can do, then you're not trying hard enough. If you can't take practical steps, work on the situation energetically instead. Do this via meditating and seeing what your higher self tells you. That's that hermit energy. Creating a vision board or creatively visualizing the outcome you seek. Believe in you. And then the last cards were tea leaf oracles, and one is the goldfish with increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Definitely happening here. This is moving you towards that direction. You're being supported into this direction. And then you have good news on the way with ear. So definitely keep an ear out for good news. And that is what I have for group 2 for this little advice reading. It ended up being a lot longer than I thought it would. I was hoping to go just a 10-minute read, but 20 minutes is what was needed. So that's what it is. Hopefully it's supported you, group 2, and I'll look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care. Bye. Hey, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink aura quartz, then this is going to be for you. So the pink aura quartz, it's a beautiful love stone, a stone of emotional support and emotional healing. I always see this as some like really fantasy castle or something, or a city. I've always seen it like that. I like it. I like to imagine people live in there and it's a whole different type of life in a whole different world. Maybe you like to dream of that too, a different world. So group 3, let's have a look. Some of the main energies in your reading. I've got Gemini, Cancer, Libra. Those are the main energies here. So that could be yeah, your sign or someone you're dealing with, but it doesn't matter all that much. So this is an advice reading for you. We're going to be looking at you, where you're at right now, the situation, what it requires from you, what your obstacle is, what will help with that, and then some general advice tarot, and then we have also some oracle cards to complement your reading. So let's start with where you're at right now, group 3. We have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. Just trying to keep the shine off it. So immediately when I saw the 3 of Wands, it's like, actually, it kind of feels similar to that dreaming of a different world. But the 3 of Wands is the type of card where, well, first of all, I saw all this stuff in the background. So some of you might needing a bit of a declutter. You might feel like there's a lot of stuff around you at the moment, a lot of things that need clearing out to let there be a bit more of an energy flow in your home or in your workspace. But the 3 of Wands, this person's a little bit like, you know, tired of waiting. What are they waiting for? We have the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, as I said before, and I feel like maybe you're waiting for help. Maybe you're waiting for support. Maybe you're waiting for someone to notice you. With the 9 of Pentacles, I actually feel some people connecting to this reading are people that are in an unsupportive relationship, where they may be, you know, raising kids and doing it all, and they have a partner, but it may not feel like that. That is for some, not for everyone. For many of you, some of you are an actual single person, and you're just waiting for that true love to come along, somebody who's going to really complement your life and help build with you. Some people will resonate in different ways. This could be about career space. You're waiting for things to take off in that area. There's definitely something you're waiting for, and one of the things I do think strongly for a lot of you is you're waiting for some sort of support, or to see things take off. You're already a very abundant person. You have a lot of experience and skills. You have a lot to be grateful for around you. The 9 of Pentacles is a very independent energy, and you are likely someone who is very independent, but it doesn't mean you don't need any support. I think you've got a lot going on. Some of you have definitely got a lot going on. Maybe you are supporting many other people or supporting a particular group or something like that. And, you know, at times it may feel like you could use a little support yourself. So there's a sense that you've created some changes in your life, and you are waiting to see the results of that. You're waiting to see what comes next. You know something's coming for you. You know that you've worked hard to receive these things. So that could be the message as well. It doesn't have to be about not having support. It can also be about knowing that you've put the wheels in motion to see something manifest, and now it's just a matter of time. So what this situation requires from you, it needs concise action. It needs you to be really clear and committed. We have the Lovers, the Chariot, the Queen of Swords. For some of you, this situation requires your truth and strong boundaries in the situation, to be very confident about what it is you want and what it is you're saying. These boundaries may be needed with yourself as well, if that applies. You're definitely moving into a more expanded version of yourself. There's something about you evolving here. And so it's needing you to be really clear about that. I think there's things that you want to manifest, and there's part of you that's coming to life. And yeah, it definitely requires you to be on board. With this Queen of Swords, she has that owl next to her. She's very, very wise queen. She definitely knows how to articulate her needs, and this situation is requiring that from you. In some of you, it might be about making a commitment, a choice. Maybe that's what's needed from you, but be very clear about your choice. Communicate it well and don't back down. That's the sort of message that comes through there. For some of you, it's also a relationship commitment that's required from you. Maybe you've been someone who's, maybe it's the other way, that you're in a relationship, but you're not quite ready to commit or ground that relationship. That could be the case as well. Clear communication is needed around that, around relationships, if that applies. So what is your obstacle right now? You have the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Lots of wand energy here, lots of fire. Some of you, this obstacle is another person in the Knight of Wands, somebody who is inconsistent and not supportive or not stable, someone who can be a little bit selfish, meeting their own needs quite frequently. You may be carrying too much of the load in a situation with the Ten of Wands here. The obstacle is the weight of the world on your shoulders, or having too much burden and responsibility and feeling really burnt out and tired. Nine of Wands. You've been through a lot with this character. For some of you, this Knight of Wands is actually like a high energy child that you have. That might be your challenge right now as well. And like coping with their needs could be something that is really challenging for you, and that's the obstacle, is how to support this child and also support yourself, and to build a stronger connection in your relationship, if that's the message. That's definitely for somebody, not for everybody. Tiredness is a big obstacle here. You may feel like you have these strong bouts of energy and you may burn it up very quickly, and then you're down again for the rest of the day. So needing more boundaries with yourself, or with like your balance, that could also be a factor here, or just needing support. What will help with your challenge? You have the Tower, the Four of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. This is really like a reckoning here. So the Tower obviously is this castle exploding, and that may be that is what's needed. We're needing things to break down that aren't working. And with the Four of Pentacles, you may be needing to save your money, or protect your resources, or protect your energy. Maybe it's from other chaotic energies that have been around you. Maybe you're needing to make a bit of a judgment call on what's going on. I think you're needing to pull the plug on something, or you're needing to you're needing to blow something up. I think it's you that causes the Tower, or needs to cause the Tower, although it may not be. For some of you, it could be like an external event that happens, but you need to acknowledge it for what it is. You need to make a judgment call when that happens, because there's definitely a Tower afoot if it hasn't happened already. Inside the Four of Pentacles, someone's locking away their money and their door is locked as well. So just be mindful that maybe like your intellectual property is safe, or your home is locked, the car's been serviced and everything's secure in that regard. Like really secure your life where you need to. Some of you, it may also be around, they've got a lot of brides here as well. Like marriage, if for those that are in a broken marriage, it could be past the point of getting counselling. I do feel if that's the case, it probably is. But, this is a general reading, so something more personalized might be better for that type of advice, or just making your own call. But yeah, this Judgment card definitely needs to follow the calling that and when something's unfolding, to trust that it's unfolding, so that they can make some sort of executive decision about it. So in the outcome of the tarot, we have the Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. Look at that. So this is 100% leaving someone or something in the cold, abandoning a situation. These two flew out separately on their own, and it's the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So this is a really strong message of ending something, maybe ending a relationship with someone who's not on your level. Someone who, and actually interesting, the Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, and she's tipping that cup right out. It's like she's just not accepting this anymore, whatever this is. Devil is underneath that. Queen of Pentacles underneath that. Somebody could have you in a financial trap or something like that. That might be the situation. You could also definitely have emotion tied with the Queen of Cups there. But I'm hearing this Queen of Pentacles deserves so much more. So allow the Tower moments to happen, and ensure that you protect yourself so that you can have that rainbow, because the rainbow in this card is promising that there are better days ahead. And yeah, you're definitely worthy of the good things that want to come your way. It may need a commitment from you, like a committed boundary to move away from the situation or move forward. So yeah, Five of Pentacles, again, there's a message here of saving your money, or being very smart financially, or leaving financial situations behind, things that are a drain on your energy, things that you've already tried so hard to give, and it doesn't seem to be coming back to you, or yeah, it's just draining. So the Fool is also that taking a leap of faith and giving yourself a fresh beginning, and not being afraid to go into uncharted territory. So it does require a lot of change at this time. I'm going to go straight into the tea leaf oracle for you now. You've got nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So don't settle for less. I want to add to that. A hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally, you're really needing that calm and slow down. You've got a lot of cards in the oracle around slowing down and just taking it easy. So maybe a little getaway might be good for a refresh, but otherwise just taking it easy. A bouquet, you've got compliments from an admirer. You've definitely got interest around you, whether that's romantic or otherwise. You've got support there. People see you, they see your light, and they admire your strength. They admire your courage. And your ability to navigate this situation. And I'm hearing, and for someone, choose your kids. So maybe there's a situation that's been quite unhealthy and you've chosen your kids over that situation. That's not for everyone, but I did hear that. A chain of events that will affect your life. So know that the choices you make right now are really important, and that's why this situation's requiring the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords from you, because the choices you make will affect your life. And so it's about making really smart, strong choices. And you have broken ring, parting the ways in either romance or business. So we see that here quite strongly. Many of you it's business, others it will be romance. In the oracle, you've got the card slow it down. You've actually got 2 full moons here as well. So something's definitely coming to a head here in this situation. You may notice as we approach the full moon, which is on the way, depending when you connect to this reading really, but it may have to do with the timing of that moon that's coming. Otherwise, it's just in general that there will be a culmination here. There will be some sort of revelation, and things will come to a head. So the message of slow it down can mean messages of a pregnancy or a birth, love coming into your life, talk to a female mentor, calm down, breathe out and relax. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it wants it when it wants it. But the timing isn't always right. Maybe you want something before the other person is ready for it, or vice versa. Suffice to say that you may need to slow things down. This isn't just about patience, it's about actively slowing down. Stop pushing too hard, be strong and shine your light. Focus on what you want or not, and not on what you don't want. You're stronger than you know. The situation you're asking about is fertile. Be graceful as you wait without trying to force anything or anyone. Trying to push a person or situation isn't likely to work out for you right now. So do what you can to take a step back. You might like to hold a moonstone while you meditate to help you stay patient and allow events to unfold. This is sublimely feminine stone that has a strong associations to the moon, so explore your goddess energy. Stay strong and centered in your own power instead of dissipating your energy focusing on what you can't control. For many of you, like it's not supposed to be patient, but for many of you, it's a matter of leaving that relationship entirely and moving on to something else. But like I said, general reading, take it how it resonates. You know your situation. We have the card openness. I'll read for you that when you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still, do nothing, be open and breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for the signs and listen for the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. You have the card Dragonfly as well. I'll read that one for you. Dragonfly is the master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than what it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, it sees clearly, joyfully, and magic. When it's out of balance, it can't concentrate. There's a busy mind, and to bring it into balance, we focus on the breath. Or we have a cup of chamomile tea. You have the card chamomile with gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. You've got lots of this just calm down, slow it down, rest messages here. So definitely take that. If any advice from this reading, it's to just slow it down. The rest will become apparent to you. And this message is, with its gentle energy and flavor, chamomile suggests that perhaps you need to slow it down a bit. There's something in your life that's draining you or wearing you down, a relationship, a situation. And the chamomile card quietly reminds you that if you're in a state of exhaustion, you won't be able to do the work that will be required in the future, either at all or to the extent you'll need to. Chamomile invites you to take a pause, step away from your work, whatever kind it may be, and give your mind, body, and spirit the time to find balance and equilibrium. It's like you're waiting. Maybe some of you are waiting for that moment. You're waiting for the break that's meant to come, because you are doing a lot by the look of this. You've got a lot going on. So do take the moment to be calm and slow down, group 3. And I hope this message has given you the comfort or clarity that you were looking for. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 3. Bye.